Okay, guys, thank you for joining back. So let's continue our discussion. So, uh, just a small brief which I'm trying to cover over here. Say I put a number over here called 4545456. Okay, this is a number which I've given. If I press Control 1 in the number format, okay, in the number menu, I can give it a general. So general means it's just taking my number as it is, but I can convert it into a proper decimal type number by giving a two decimal places. I can also give a comma separator to show it like a proper number system. So I can show it like 45,456 with zero decimals or zero paisa. Okay, I can go it like this, or I can convert it into a currency, something like a currency. It will show you by default a symbol of a dollar in this particular case, but I can change it to a rupee symbol. If you have the rupee symbol over here installed, it will show you the rupee symbol also. And I think I had a rupee symbol, not sure. I will have to check. Yeah, see, Hindi. If I click on this, this is the rupee symbol over here. It will show you a rupee symbol right over here. It's formatting, but if you go to the formula bar, you will still see the actual number is 45456. That's a true representation of the number. This is just Mukhota. This is just deceiving you by the looks. You can make it accounting. You can make it look like a date. If I put this particular thing, this number will convert into a date which becomes 13th of June 2024, maybe a futuristic date. Okay, or else you can go to time. You can also convert to time, percentage, text. All these features are available. You can make it align. If say if I have something like now, say Hermeet written over here. Okay, I prefer to write a double T to my name. So Hermeet over here. I press Control 1. I go to assign alignment. If I change this alignment to 90 degrees, what will happen is Hermeet will start appearing like this. Okay, it's like हरमीत को किसी ने उल्टा टांग दिया है. The legs in the upward direction and the head towards the below direction. I can also make it look like instead of 90-degree, I can make it look like the complete opposite of it, maybe 270-degree, and see how it looks like. Okay, 270 is not working, maybe 90, 180. Okay, it's not happening over here. Maybe I'll try to drag it from the, make it look like this. So it's minus 90, I'm sorry. So when you do like this, it appears in the other way. Now Hermes is on the left hand side with his head upward, with his leg downward. Okay. So you can just play along, with the way you want. If you want to bring it back to normal, you can just drag this particular thing, something like this. Also, you can keep it like this, minus 42. Let's see. So it shows Hermes like this. Okay. You can just play along with this alignment and show whatever things you want to show. If I keep it 0, it comes back to its normal sense. And this is what the normalcy appears like. Now, within a cell, say there are a lot of things. Hermes is a good boy. Okay, this is what is the text. But if you see, the size of the cell is small, whereas the text which is there is overflowing from the cell borders. Okay, I want to restrict that within that particular cell. So what I do is I press Control 1, I go to the alignment, I say wrap the text. Either I can do it like this, or I can use the wrap text on the top in the home bar. I click on OK. It will wrap up the whole entire text within that particular column limit, although it's extending the row limit of this. Okay, that's how Excel is trying to adjust this particular thing. You can also merge the cell. I hope you guys have heard about merging the cell. So there is this these two cells like Hermes is a good boy, again written over here. Now this time I pick up these two cells M and N together and I decide let's merge them. I can click on merge and center, or I can go to control 1 and I can say in the alignment merge cell. The moment I click on this, it will merge the cells. Then whatever I do, these two cells will show me as they are merged together, they're clubbed together. Okay, so that is called merging of the cells. Similarly, you have options to go for font. Okay, like the way you have on the top, you can do bold, italic. You can also say you had written some comment called Hermes is a good boy. Your boss says no, he's not a good boy. He's a bad boy. So you are asked to strike off this entire statement and write something else. Okay, so you can put a strike through. The moment you click on this strike through, it cancels this comment as Hermes is a good boy and strike through it. So it's like a clean audit kind of a log that you had initially written Hermes is a good boy, then you strike through and you cancel this comment. So this becomes easier for the auditor, for anyone who is reviewing your file to read your comments and to understand your comments also. Okay, so these are some options which you see in the font size. You can also apply borders to it. So this is probably the cell where I want to apply some borders to it. Okay, I can click on this. I can see my border. I want it to look a bit thick. Okay, and then I can define the border basis, the outline. Okay, I can also say inside or outside basis if you have selected multiple cells. So I've just selected one cell. That's why it's not highlighting this inside and as an option for me. It's only showing none and outline. I can also give colors to my borders. Say I'm interested in giving this kind of a green color. Okay, and again after selecting this, you have to click on this outline so that your border color gets changed everywhere, and you click on OK and you get a nice good looking border over here called Hermes is a good boy. Okay, so this is some options. There is also fill option over here. I can give a background color, say a yellow color to it. I can also do some pattern color. I can mix some colors like uh, green and yellow together, or maybe I can do something like this. A pattern I can give it to this. So this is how you can just play along with this format cell option. Now, I briefly introduced you to all these menus on the top. It's just like a simple, you just need to spend some time with this and you will get acquainted. There is no rocket science over here. But the main agenda which I want to drive over here was this last particular cell. Okay. No matter wherever you are on the Excel. Okay, wherever, I mean, any cell you pick up, wherever you are, this particular option will always be checked for you, the locked. Moral of the story over here is that every cell on the Excel file is by default in a locked mode. Okay, are you able to get this point? They are in a locked mode. Now what do you mean by lock and unlock? We will understand that in a bit. Okay, but please understand that all the cells by default are in a locked mode. Okay, will you guys forget this particular thing? Please
No,
don't
sir.
forget this. Okay, that by default every cell in a worksheet is in a locked mode. You can see, I can show you the evidence. You pick up any damn cell, any cell, okay, कोई भी सेल पकड़ो, उसका कंट्रोल 1 करो, प्रोटेक्शन में जाओ, वो लॉक दिखेगा आपको. Okay, that itself means that every cell in a worksheet is by default in a locked mode. Now we will take leverage of this particular situation and build a logic over here. मैं क्या करूंगा, मैं बोलूंगा कि I want the rest of the things are fine. I will lock this particular thing. I will keep it locked the way it is. Right now, I can modify it, right? I can even select this particular cell. See, if I click on this, you can see it's on D15, right? डी, कॉलम डी, रो 15, यहाँ पे आपको एड्रेस बार में दिख रहा है, and it's allowing me to select that cell. Okay, I can also modify it if I want. I can do anything, but I don't want that particular thing to happen. तो मैं क्या करूंगा? I will go and say select all these cells. Okay, the cells which I want the user to have access to. Okay, I'll go and select this cell. So how do I select? मैं यहाँ first cell पे गया A2. I selected the entire range till D2. Then I pressed the control key. I went to this row 5. I selected from A5 to D5. Then I went again down to A8 and I picked up the whole range until E8. Okay. तो ये जो cells के ऊपर मुझे लोगों से input चाहिए, those cells which I want the other people to have access to use them. Okay, I have selected them manually. Okay, any confusion on this, on how did I selected these cells?
No,
Any
sir.
confusion? No. Rashmi, any confusion on your side?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, look what I'm trying to do. Okay. I will press Control 1. Okay. Here you can see it's by default in the locked mode. Okay. I'll unlock it. I'll say इनको unlock करो. So I've removed the lock from, I've removed the check mark which was kept as locked for these selected cells. Okay, only for the deselected cells मैंने इनको lock का जो icon था, जो check mark था, उसको निकाल दिया and I click on OK. All right, समझा आपको मैंने क्या किया अभी तक? So I selected those cells. Then I press Control 1. I went to Format Cells Protection and I unchecked this locked. Okay. अभी ये होने के बाद मैं क्या करूंगा? शीट के ऊपर I'll go and there is this option on the top called review. Okay. Review में जाके in the review tab there is an option called protect sheet, protect workbook, allow edit range. Okay. What we will do is we will click on protect worksheet. Okay, this is just protecting the entire worksheet, not the whole workbook, the entire worksheet. So I'll just click on this. Okay, the moment I click on this right now, it will show me what can I do. Select unlock cells or select lock cells or edit objects, edit scenarios. I can give a control to it. Okay, I can say format cells, format columns, format rows. ये सब चीजें मैं कर सकता हूँ. So if I check them, I'll give the access to those particular user because here it reads over here called allow all users of this worksheet to select unlock cells or format cells or format columns, format rows. ओके ये सब आपको जो पावर असाइन करना है आप इधर दे सकते हो. I'll remove this select unlock cells and I will say select only locked sorry select unlock cells. Sorry, इसको मैं ऐसे रखूंगा and I will remove this particular option called select lock cells. जैसा है वैसे ही रखूंगा. I can remove this edit objects, I can remove this edit scenarios, and then I can give a password also if I want. I can give any letter password, but you know it is very important to remember the password. अगर आपको password याद नहीं है तो आपका पूरा worksheet will go for a toss. Okay, so most of the time people just keep it blank या कोई एक नॉर्मल सा पासवर्ड रखते हैं कि लाइक ABC और 123 और समथिंग लाइक दैट. ओके, राइट नाउ आई विल कीप इट ब्लैंक. आई विल जस्ट क्लिक ऑन ओके. द मोमेंट आई डू दिस नाउ, ओके, अब क्या होगा? अब मेरा जो एक्सेस है, whatever access I have on this worksheet now, this will be only limited to my these selected cells. जो मेरा सेल था मैं उसी को आप देखो, मैं एरो की दबा रहा हूँ. I'm pressing the arrow keys on my keyboard and I'm expecting it will go to E5 now, but no, it did not go to E5, directly went to A8. वो A8, B8, C8, D8, E8. Now it will go back to A2. It is not going to any other cell. It is just giving me access to only those cells which I want my users to enter it. Even if they try to manipulate anything in my calculation area here, वो सिलेक्ट भी करने जाओ तो भी सिलेक्ट नहीं कर सकते. सी आई एम ट्राइंग माई बेस्ट टू डू एनीथिंग. वो नंबर्स चेंज हो रहे हैं बिकॉज देर इज दिस कैलकुलेशन थिंग हैपनिंग F9. तो उसके बेसिस पे हो रहा है, बट आई नॉट एबल टू सिलेक्ट एनी ऑफ द सेल्स. बाय डिफॉल्ट माई cell or active cell is A2. It is not allowing me to pick up any other cell over here. And that's how I'm able to enable cell level protection on my worksheet. I can control what users can access what part of my worksheet. I hope you got the point which I'm trying to drive over here.
Yes, sir.
Okay. कभी भी आपको कुछ ऐसा integrity of the file is getting challenged, so you can use the cell level protection where you can control the access to certain cells. You can give users the access only to a restricted area, sorry, unrestricted area, and the rest of the areas you can quarantine off. You can say ये quarantined है, इसको आप access नहीं कर सकते हो. So people will not be able to manipulate anything into your file until they know the password which has been assigned to this particular thing. Okay, I hope that's fine.
Yes, sir.
Rashmi, any confusion from your side?
No, sir.
समझा ना आपको कि बाउंसर गया पूरा, वापस एक्सप्लेन करना है कुछ?
नहीं नहीं सर.
Okay, that's great. So we understood the cell level protection. You can also protect a whole workbook. You can click on this workbook and you can give a password to this. And then whenever anyone tries to open this worksheet, it first prompts them for a password. अगर उन्होंने correct password डाला, then only they will be able to edit this worksheet, or else, workbook, or else they will not be able to open the workbook also. So this is a, a protection level. So review tab, this protect kind of thing is basically used for protecting worksheet level information or the workbook level information. It's completely on you. Okay. So आपको जैसा उसको treat करना है, आप उसको treat कर सकते हो. You can scale it to a cell level, you can scale it to worksheet level, you can scale it to workbook level. Okay. So all the flexibility is provided under this protect menu over here. And these things are pretty self-explanatory. Heuristics is basically trying to look out for meanings of a particular word, of a particular number, matlab, any particular word you're not able to understand what is the meaning of it, you can click on this. Workbook statistics, I think these are some simple कि कितने cells occupied हैं, कितने cells पे values हैं, कितने cells empty हैं, how many tables you have, how many charts you have, all these things. There's a statistical table created using the workbook statistics. It is basically used for integrity of the file has been checked by looking at this. One way of doing it. There are different ways in which you can put comments. Okay, ये हम लोग ने पहला भी देखा था. For example, this is a subtotal. Okay, say I want to tell someone कि ये count नहीं है, count if होना चाहिए था. Okay, I can go on the cell. I can say add a new comment. So when I add a new comment, my name will appear over here. So right now, the name assigned to this particular profile is Lenovo, which is the name of my computer. So in offices, you have your user ID. Your employee ID will turn up, your name will turn up, and you can add a comment over here. Please change this to countifs. Okay, so anyone who will go through your file, they can click on the cell and they can read your comment. There's a small rectangle which comes at the corner, which is called comments. You can also delete your comment if you have made the changes. You can just click on delete the comments. Okay, it can delete whatever your comments were. You can keep adding, say, anything, and then आपको इसके ऊपर you can show all comments at one go. जितने भी comments आपके file में होंगे, you can see it at one go. If you click on show all comments, you can also hide them. If you don't want your senior managers, anyone to look at the comment, you can hide all of them at one go. So these are your flexible kind of things which you can do. Okay, so ये comments है. So review tab is more about reviewing anyone's work, adding comments to it, or you can do a protection level mechanism also on this. Okay, any confusion on this particular thing regarding self protection or workbook protection or the review tab in general?
No, sir.
Great. Any questions from your side, Vajanti? Vajanti, I
No,
hope
sir.
you're there. Okay, that's great. Now we go on to the golden thing, which is a subtotal thing. Okay, now for the subtotal thing, it's very simple to understand. Okay, इसके अंदर एक mechanism है, एक learning क्या है, there is a history for why this subtotal thing came in the first place. Okay, let me show you a beautiful way of understanding this. Give me a moment, let me open a new insert a worksheet over here, and then I can show you what exactly I mean by this. Now, okay, let me know if you are able to see my new worksheet, sheet number 2 over here, right? There's a data set which we have created, which basically captures the sales of a particular car type in a particular city. Now, I have not given so beautiful names like we have in US or in India, okay, but I have tried to give in a more systematic name called City 1, City 2, City 3. It was something which we gave it very generic kind of city names, okay. So we have car types, we have customer cities, we have sales, we have cost of goods, and then we have an order column. Okay, this is just a number column kept over here, just for demo representation, nothing else. So अब मुझे आप एक बात बताइए, there are different dates also over here. If I click on the filter and if I click on this, you can see
No problem. Yeah.
the dates are showing up like this. First the year, and if you click on the plus sign, it takes you to the month. If you click on this, then it takes you to days which are present in that month, particular month. Okay, now tell me one thing. If I ask you, give me what is the total number of sales which have happened for the Toyota. Okay, what is the total number of sales happened only for the car type as Toyota? What is your first answer going to be? What will be your first way of implementing this particular thing? The question I'm asking is, I want to know how many cars were sold for Toyota.
Which year?
No, no matter which year, doesn't matter.
Okay.
हर एक कोई भी 3 साल का डेटा है हमारे पास. I want to know in the last 3 years how many sales happened for the car Toyota. आप लोग क्या करोगे? What is your stand on this?
Filter Toyota and then add it up.
Great. So we got
Toyota
one
and
answer.
sales.
Sorry?
Toyota and sales. Car type and sales.
Correct. So I go to this, I say Toyota, okay, and then I will go to the sales और इसको add up करूंगा, right? तो मैंने इसको पूरा column D को select किया, and then I am at the mercy of the sum function on my taskbar, giving me that the total is 4472431.58. Correct? Rashmi, any confusion from your side? Any alternate solution you have for this? Rashmi, Vajanti, any other solution you have other than filtering Toyota and then using column D to add up all the values and showing the answer? कोई और तरीका है इसको अचीव करने का?
सर कल वो सॉर्ट का बॉक्स दिखाया था, पॉसिबली यू कैन गो देयर आल्सो एंड
Correct. Okay. Yeah, Rashmi, you're saying something?
नहीं सर, सॉर्ट
Okay. तो आप लोग मुझे बोल रहे हो कि I go on this और sort का बॉक्स डेटा में था, राइट? देन आई गो टू सॉर्ट, करेक्ट? और यहाँ पे क्या करूँ अभी मैं?
सर सॉर्ट बाय टोयो कार टाइप
हम्म, कार टाइप
वैल्यूज.
वैल्यूज ही है. So I sorted this car type. I got Audi first, Ford first, GM,
नो नो
Honda.
सर,
Oh, नहीं.
कार टाइप में यू नीड टू सिलेक्ट टोयोटा आई थिंक.
अच्छा, इसके अंदर आप बोल रहे हो कि टोयोटा. पर सॉर्टिंग में तो कुछ नहीं आता ना इसके अंदर. आई कैन सॉर्ट इट A to Z या Z to A.
सर यू कैन ऐड लेवल एंड आई डोंट नो,
ओके.
possibly you're complicating, I think that is one.
नहीं नहीं नहीं, आप जो कर रहे हो ना, आप बोल रहे हो आपको लगा कि आपको ड्रॉप डाउन में नंबर ऑफ कार का आइटम दिखेगा, राइट? द वैल्यूज फॉर कार. दैट वाज व्हाट यू वर एक्सपेक्टिंग, राइट?
No sir, like yesterday you showed yellow color, green color. I mean, there was a type also you could select, right? So like that you
या,
cannot select Toyota types.
you mean to say cell color,
No, no,
font
no, no,
color?
no, 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 not in this. Not
Hmm.
in this. In car type, I was thinking whether we can add value, add level, and select
एडवांस
Toyota.
एडवांस
ओके
फिल्टर.
ओके. आप ओके, आपने तो ओके, लेट्स सी एडवांस फिल्टर क्या बोलता है. एडवांस फिल्टर, I go this and then I need to give a range, right? Criteria range also. Correct? ये मुझे करना पड़ेगा. So there are various ways. Just to let you know, you guys are all correct, and whatever answers you gave it to me, you all guys were correct with that. But uh, there is a certain, kind of approach which certain people have. Now, for example, someone like me, okay, if somebody asked me, what I would have done is I would have gone and created this car type, और मैं बोलता कि ये कार टाइप में कितने कितने यूनिक मुझे वैल्यूज दिख रहे हैं. ओके, आई गो एंड से मैंने ये कार टाइप सेलेक्ट किया. I go to here in the column J. I'll paste it over here. I got all the car types over here. I go to data tab and I click on remove duplicates. The moment I click on this, it asks me कि ये कौन सा column है. This column has got my data as headers, which means my column type is car type. I click on OK, and then I get all the unique values which were present for the car type over here. So ये car type हो गया. Now what I can do is I can say sales. मुझे sales का value चाहिए. तो sales का value I can go here and then I will use a small formula. Okay, formula क्या होगा? I will say sum ifs. याद है हम लोगों ने sum if किया था? Sum if is where you are applying a condition while summing. You are saying sum karo, but on a condition. So right now, if I click on sum if, it's asking me some range. कौन सा column है जहाँ पे आपको sum का फंक्शन अप्लाई करना है. तो आई नो इट्स अ कॉलम डी. तो मैं उसको बोलूंगा ओके, यू कैन गो एंड पिक अप दिस कॉलम डी का पूरा रेंज. ओके, यू कैन क्लिक ऑन दिस. आई कैन गो बैक टू माय दिस पर्टिकुलर फिगर. सो यहाँ पे गया. आई कैन लॉक द रेंज इफ आई वांट, बिकॉज ये मुझे वापस लगेगा. तो आई विल लॉक दिस पर्टिकुलर रेंज. I'll say now I'm interested in the criteria range. What is the criteria? The criteria is car type. So मैं उसी रेंज को वापस पकड़ूंगा from a different column. I'll lock this. I'll go back and I will say okay. Criteria range भी दे दिया मैंने. Now what is the criteria in this? I'm looking for Audi. Okay. So इसके अंदर मैं column J को सिर्फ lock करूंगा. And the moment I do this and I press Control Enter, what I get to know is यहाँ पे if I put a dollar sign also या फिर ये भी चलेगा. So when I click on this, I'm getting all the sum value. So if you remember, Toyota का value आपको 4472 आया था, right? You had filtered this value over here as going into this Toyota, and then you picked up all the values in column D and you put it all down. You got 4472431.58. Now that is the same value which I'm giving it to you by using a different way of providing a solution. So there is no hard and fast way कि एक ही तरीका and that is the only way, that is the right way to do a certain kind of implementation. Everyone can do it in different ways. Okay, but there was a message which I wanted to bring across. Okay, what you guys preferred is you guys applied a filter. You applied column D. आपने पूरा column D को select किया and you gave me the total of this of Toyota. कल मैं अगर टोयोटा चेंज करता हूँ ऐसे कि नहीं मुझे अभी जीएम का देखने का व्हाट इज ऑफ जनरल मोटर्स का क्या क्या सेल्स हुआ है, then again you will go apply filter on GM. Again you will go into column D, pick up the whole cells, give me the value of it. फिर वापस से क्राइटेरिया चेंज हुआ, गिव मी द वैल्यू फॉर होंडा. तो होंडा के लिए वापस आप अप्लाई करो. सो यू आर डूइंग दैट मोनोटोनस जॉब again and again of filtering that particular stuff and coming up with the aggregation of the values of column D. तो जो आप ये कर रहे थे, फिल्टर करो based on a criteria और sum करो उस filtered data set को. That same logic can be used by using the formula which is called SUMIF. Okay, SUMIF भी वही करके दे रहा है आपको. SUMIF बोलता है कि मैं filter करता हूँ all the values of Audi based on your criteria and जो भी मैंने filter किया है Audi का values कॉलम डी में जाके मैं उसका एग्रीगेशन सम करके लेके आऊंगा. सो instead of you doing this task manually by going and filtering this particular stuff, picking up column D, aggregating those values, let Excel take care of those particular things. You just need to build a smart formula which will take care of those activities for you. So मैंने सब unique values ले लिया यहाँ पे and then I applied SUMIF and I got answers for all. तो कल अगर बॉस मुझे उठ के पूछा होंडा का क्या है, I can give him the answer. I don't need to go on doing filtering at random. So this particular way of aggregating values by looking at the data set and applying a filtering condition is a technique which was the brain behind creating SUMIF formula. Okay, so SUMIF formula पहला सबसे पहला आया. It came as the first formula in existence whenever data sets were made, whenever we were doing certain things of data analysis. SUMIF was the first thing which came into existence while doing the data analysis. So SUMIF का जो reason था for being that formula in the first place was this particular need of doing this particular thing. That's how data analysis का first step generate हुआ था, which is made from the SUMIF formula. Now, this is just a story which I'm telling you, which is behind the screen. ये SUMIF होने के बाद अभी क्या हुआ? Certain people said कि boss, I am okay with this SUMIF formula, but some people uh, were not aware of this SUMIF technique. Okay, कई लोग SUMIF को नहीं जानते थे. They were not so proficient. Maybe you can say they were careless. Maybe they were not so intelligent. Maybe the word of had not spread so wisely regarding this particular SUMIF formula. So there were some old techniques which people were doing before SUMIF came into existence. Okay, that old technique was something called as a subtotal. अब subtotal होता क्या है? There are two ways of understanding the subtotal. Okay, please जरा ध्यान से सुनना, because there is a learning curve over here. Subtotal क्या करता है? Subtotal बोलता है, okay, you want to total up this particular column. Okay, what I can do is I can press an equal to sign. I can use a function called subtotal. आप देख सकते हो यहाँ पे subtotal है. Subtotal आपको बोलता है कि एक function number मुझे पहला बताओ. Okay, there is a number which we give right at the start. The first parameter subtotal ask you is about the number. I'll tell you what that number is. We'll talk more about that. But right now, just assume I'm putting a number as 9. Okay. Now, the moment I put 9, okay, आप यहाँ देख सकते हो, there are so many options available for you. It's coming 1 as an average, 2 as a count, 3 as a count A, 4 as a max, 5 as a min, 6 as product, 7 as standard deviation. ये sample population है, ये standard deviation normal population. Sum is where 9 stands. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to aggregate the values. I'm trying to use a sum formula. तो sum यूज करने के लिए मैंने एक नंबर, एक कोड यूज किया called 9, and once I'm done with that, then it asks me, okay, I understand you want to do a sum. Now what is the range of cells on which you want to apply the sum? So मैं इसको ये column D का पूरा range दे दिया, and I locked this particular thing. And once I'm done with this, I'll just close this. तो ये क्या करेगा, ये अभी मुझे total values दे रहा है. Right now it's showing me the total values over here. Okay, I think we have less than a 2 minutes over here for closing the meeting, but I just want to drive a small point across. So if I take my the sum f का जो मैंने आपको ये करके दिया था, इसका अगर मैं total value लूं, so this total value is coming to around 14.511, मतलब 14, uh, I think it would be in USD, we will say 14 million, 14.511, which is the same total over here, which is of all the column D. But if I take this thing and make it Toyota, I filter this as Toyota, I click on OK, तो मुझे Toyota का ही सिर्फ values यहाँ पे नजर आएगा. So subtotal is basically saying कि आपने जो भी filter apply किया है, उस application का मुझे जो total value है of that particular filter is what the answer which I will give it to you. Okay, it's basically trying to educate you that whatever filtering criteria you're putting, you're trying to aggregate the values of the sale and show it like on the top. So this was a very old technique which was used by people even before SumF came into existence. And that's why subtotal is not so popular as of now, but it has been revamped in a new way. Okay, but this was the old way of using subtotal. Please remember there is a function called a subtotal which basically takes your filtering criteria and then takes a particular column and aggregates that value. I have less than a minute. I will send you a new link and we can continue from there. Okay, thank you.